So now what we want to do is we want to create our folder structure. So if we make sure we're under the learning heading, right click, we want an audio folder, a blueprints folder. This will be where all our scripts will be held. A HUD folder, that's our heads up display or user interface widgets, stuff like that. And our mesh. And this is where things like your character can be stored, trees, whatever, I like to, under my mesh heading, have a materials folder and a textures folder. So that's it for this section. Let's move on to the next one. As I'm sure you've probably already guessed, throughout the course we're going to need animations and audio files to obviously add life to our scenes, whether that's chopping down a tree or mining a rock or teleporting. We're going to need animations and audio to take it that extra step. So the animation website I use is Mixamo. This is ideal for starting out learning without having to obviously spend a fortune on animations or motion capture suits. You can just click, say, we want the joyful jump here, and we can download that, and then we import it into Unreal. We can retarget it to our mannequin skeleton, and it'll all work okay. I will show you how to retarget in a one of the earlier tutorials, so you don't need to worry about that. Audio-wise, I use FreeSFX. This has hundreds of types of audio, whether it's fire to cutting down a tree to the clink of a rock, it's all here. We will need to convert this from MP3 to WAV. I will show you how to do that. Obviously, if you've got your own library of animations, sound effects, you're very welcome to use that. This is just to get those that don't started. So throughout the course, there's two things that I'll be using commonly. One is the print string. This is ideal for testing if something's working. In this case, I've got it hooked up to the E button that when it's pressed, it displays print string. So if I go to play, press E, there you go, it's working. I use this a lot to find bugs. If something's not working, I can drop it in between functions or nodes to find out where it's gone wrong, and then I know after the print string that that's where it's gone wrong. I also use it to find out if I'm communicating with Blueprint's interfaces correctly, so I can send out a message from here, and then in the receiving Blueprint I can add a print string to the end of it so that I know that it's working okay, and then I can start setting up all my scripts properly. The other is commenting. So if you select the nose and press C, we get our little comment field. This is incredibly important because you could start a project, got that section working, 3 months down the line you need to come back to that section. If you haven't commented something properly, in some cases you can almost be starting again because you don't know what goes where, how it works, what does this variable do, what does that float do, blah blah blah. If you list it all properly, you're saving yourself a lot of work, and obviously team members a lot of work as well, because I could look at your project and if you've commented it correctly, I'll know exactly where I am in it, and not have to be pulling my hair out and thinking, how does this work? So those are the two things I'll be using very commonly. I'm sure there's other things along the way, but these I find are the most important things for me throughout. So yeah, let's get started.